Hello and welcome to lesson 2 of Microsoft Expert. So to begin, we're going to go through slides 1 through 21 in this first round. So it's going to move pretty quick, but there's lots of images on the slides for us to take a look at while we're working through this. Okay, so in this one, we're going to be going through custom formats, validating data, conditional formatting, creating custom workbook elements, and preparing the workbook for other formats. So, to start, we're going to work with applying custom formats and validating data, which just means we're gonna set it up to be some custom formats and then make sure that that's how data is entered by other people, so that way we have consistency. So there's lots of different formats that can be used, and this just goes through and explains those different ones. So we're actually going to start on slide 11. And this is 11 slides long and actually doing this step. So we're going to go through slide 21. Okay. So it says open Excel and open up this formats and autofill document. So I also want to remind you with the turning in of assignments. So the folder, one thing at a time. Okay, so the lesson data files like this, you just have to rename, and then you can submit that whole file, whole folder. So you can leave all of these in there and put your solutions in there too, and just submit one folder to me to keep it nice and simple. So we're going to immediately come in here and file save as. I'm going to add solution to the end of this. And then on the number formats worksheet, it says to select the range C5 through F5. C5 through F5. And press Control 1 to open up the Format Cells dialog box. Okay, that should pop up. Otherwise, you can also get there by coming right up here. That will get you to the same spot. So if the shortcut's not working, you can do that. But we're going to come in here. We're going to tell this that we want this to be a number. And we want a number with 3 decimal places. We want to use the comma separator. And then we're going to come down to custom. Select the first occurrence. My screen, other screen is too far away from me. I need to make it bigger. Okay, select the first occurrence, and then I gotta go back. Of this one. Okay, so in black. This one right here with the parentheses. Then we're gonna go to custom. And edit the formatting string in the text type text box to the following. Oh goodness. Okay. Oh, I want to put in blue. And press OK. So negative numbers appear blue. So we're saying positive numbers show up in black, negative numbers show up in blue. Press OK. then we're going to see that we did this. I'm on slide 12 right now, seeing that it worked. Slide 13 just goes through and explains some additional like pieces of how you can set this up to have it show up different colors, using different symbols to have it do different pieces, compare your results. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, it tells us what to do in these different ones. Sorry. Okay, so in C6 through F6 in this one right here, so Control 1 or press this, and we can go into Custom, and the easiest way to do this is just copy and paste it directly from your slide. And then C7 through F7, custom, paste. Oh, because I put those, no, C7 through F7. Alright, I'm going to skip this one and come back to it. Alright, C11 through F11. And this one tells us when we go in here, go to number, check the box, and then select the second option. And it should show up exactly there. Yep, good. Alright, next one. We're going to number, use the comma separator. Second option, and increase the decimals to 4. So you get the idea. Go through the rest of this assignment changing these. I'm going to pause the tape and figure out what's going on with C11, or I'm sorry, C7. Okay, so the way that this one is supposed to work is that for positive numbers should actually say the word optimist, negative numbers should say pessimist. Then we have 0, and we have this learning. Oh, Excel is fun is what it should come out as. If you're not getting that one to work, that's fine. Just keep moving on through the rest of them. Okay, so I figured out what this is. It's not PTS like the letters, it's a symbol. So what you can do is come over here and into any blank cell and insert a symbol. I don't care which symbol you do. If you go to like web things, you can find all kinds of them. Like I'm gonna put in a little trophy. And now I have this little trophy right here. And I'm going to copy that symbol. Come back up to C20. Back to home. Back in here. Oh, and it's not coming out as my symbol. That's very annoying. But anyways, that's what C20 through F20 is putting in a symbol. If you can't get that one to work, that's fine. But you're going to keep going. When you get down to 23, it doesn't totally work. Like when you put this whole piece in, for some reason mine's not working with the text piece, but when I remove the text piece all the way back to that last closed parenthesis, it works for everything else. What it was supposed to do is change the word comment to note : comment, but it didn't, and that's okay. And then this very last one also does not want to cooperate because it has those letters in there. So take off the letters and the quotation marks, and it should work. And then when you're all done, you should get something that looks similar to this slide. Now granted, your line number 7, line 21, and line 31 may not come out correctly, and that's okay. Otherwise, everything else should be good. Okay? So now I am on slide 17, and we're just going to go through and do the same thing, but with some dates. Okay, so going through the rest of those, you should have put in all the dates, all the times, and all these special ones down here. So that's why when you type like your credit card information or something else into a form online, it automatically knows how to format it, or your phone number, is because it is set up to do so, just like what we just did. So I'm on slide number 20 now. So it says to go to C54 right here. And it says to press Alt and then the plus equals button. That's up by your backspace key. And it should insert an auto sum of everything that's above it. But clearly we have over 50 hours. We need a lapse time format. In other words, we need to put brackets around the H in the format. Like this is over 50 hours and it's just coming up with 7 hours. So we need to update the formatting in here. So we can go into custom and put brackets around that. And press OK, and now it comes up with our 55 hours that we need. Then you're all done with this exercise, but you know how to update these special formatting pieces, at least the majority of them.